The first step to replacing an axle seal is to remove the cotter pin in the axle nut and remove the axle nut cap. Then with a 34mm socket, we remove the axle nut and the washer behind it. Next, remove the cotter pin in the tie rod. With an 18mm socket, remove the nut holding it in. Then with a hammer, hit the knuckle and it'll make the tie rod come out easier. Once the tie rod is out, with a 21mm socket, we're going to take out the strut assembly, then push the axle out. To get access to the axle seal, we use a pry bar and a hammer to tap the axle out. Have a drain pan ready because it will get messy. Now that the axle is out, with the same pry bar, we pull the axle seal out. To get the axle seal in, we line it up and then tap it in with a hammer. Now that your axle seal's in, you can feed your axle back into place. Now we hand tighten the axle nut to hold the axle in place, then put the strut assembly bolts back in and hand tighten them. Next, put your tie rod into place and put the nut back on. With a 21mm socket, we finish tightening the strut assembly. Now with an 18mm socket, we tighten the tie rod down, and with a 34mm, tighten the axle nut. Now that everything is tight, we put the axle cap back on and replace the cotter pin on the axle and the tie rod. After that, you're good to go.